Alright, so changing vacuum pump oil is pretty important for the performance of your vacuum pump and pulling a good evacuation. About a month ago, I did some experimental stuff in my kitchen with my kids, and some of you guys might have seen that video. If not, I'll put a link to it right above here and you can click on it to watch. But what happened is the oil got really foggy because we were making water boil in a vacuum at room temperature, and all we were doing is pulling water out of a glass jar. So we got really foggy here, and we're going to change this oil because I want this pump to be ready to go when I need to use it. So the first thing we want to do is we want to get the oil warm, and we need to warm up the pump in order to do that. So we're going to take the inlet caps off, because any old oil that's stuck in here, we want to suck it out and into the base, okay, when we do this. And then we're going to run it for a minute or two and let the oil warm up, because warm oil will grab more contaminants. More contaminants will leave the pump when we drain it. So that pump is slowly ramping up. Caps are off, and we're going to let it run for a couple of minutes. So this has been running for a few minutes now, and you can really see how cloudy that oil is. So we're going to shut it down and we're going to drain the oil out. Now if we must, we'll need to tip it up a little bit to get it out, get it flowing. Tip to get it to go faster is to take the oil plug off the top, just to allow some airflow into the pump. And that is speeding up the process quite a bit, and you can see how cloudy that oil is as it comes out. Okay, now that the oil's out, we want to put the cap back on, and then we want to put these caps back on as well. And we want to make sure that the pump is level, because we want to measure on the sight glass how much we're filling up. We want to put it to about halfway to start with. The pump is level, the caps are on, and this cap is on as well. So what I've done here is I've taken some vacuum pump oil. I had a big jug of it, and I put it into this smaller bottle that came with the pump. So it's a good idea to keep this bottle, okay? And because this pump has a tapered end on it, we can easily fit it into this hole when we're filling up the oil. So I'm gonna fill this up real slowly. We're gonna get to halfway. Then we're gonna run the pump for a minute to see if that level stays true. Okay, so we're at about the halfway level. We're gonna run the pump for a couple of minutes, and then we're gonna shut the pump off, let it kind of rest, and then see if we have to adjust this level at all. Okay, so after running the pump for a bit, shutting it off and letting it settle, I'm noticing that the line has dropped a bit. So I'm gonna continue to go up to the halfway point and try this again. Okay, we're good about the halfway mark. We'll turn it on again and we'll check this pump again when it shuts down. Okay, so that time around we leveled back off about the halfway point, so we're good to go on this. The oil change is done and this is ready to rock for the next evacuation.